What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Self Growth channel, where your journey to personal transformation begins. I'd like to take some time to remind you that none of this information should be used for medical or a substitute of mental health advice. It should be used for educational and informational purposes only. Now let's get back to the content for today. Today we're going to be talking about headaches. Now these troubling symptoms can be caused by the body's primarily response to stress and anxiety, which is the fight or flight response. They can manifest as tension headaches, migraines, a feeling of pressure or tightness around the head or neck, throbbing, and they can be dull or they can be sharp. They can also come on gradually or come on suddenly, and they could last for a long time or just brief periods of time. Now, the three main causes of these headaches that come along with anxiety are muscle tension, changes in your vascular system, so changes in blood flow, and then the last one is a heightened sensitivity to stress that accompanies anxiety. So when you get anxious, your body tightens up a lot of the muscles around the head, the neck, the shoulders, the upper back, and this can lead to what's known as a tension headache, which is a dull, painful sensation around the base of the head and the neck. And it can really be concerning for a lot of people and be a point of really distress for them. It can also be very distracting, and it can really reduce the quality of your interactions and the time that you're having in the environment that you're at. Secondly, due to the fight or flight response's effect on blood flow distribution throughout the body, anxiety can cause headaches through a constriction of blood flow to the vessels in the brain and in the head, the neck, and the shoulders. And this constricted blood flow can lead to those painful sensations, whether they be sharp or dull. Now next, anxiety also heightens your awareness of the bodily sensations that you experience. So let's say you poked yourself with a pin or you got a paper cut. When you weren't anxious, you would feel the pain, but it wouldn't be as intense as when you are anxious. Because while you're anxious, you're hypervigilant and hypersensitive. So these changes can amplify your perception of pain and lead to more intense and more frequent headaches. Lastly, with chronic anxiety, your levels of cortisol increase, and therefore levels of inflammation throughout the brain and the body increase as well. This buildup of cortisol and inflammation can increase your sensitivity to anxiety in general and to all of the painful symptoms and physical sensations that accompany it. So oftentimes people think that they should avoid any physical activity when they're feeling these headaches. They may believe that something is wrong with their brain, or they may attribute the headache to another factor in their life, like something they ate, drank, a medication they're taking. And some people rely heavily on medication to deal with these anxiety symptoms and headache symptoms. And unfortunately, anxiety medication just deals with the symptom and the experience of the symptom, and it doesn't actually address the root cause. In fact, oftentimes using and relying on these medications make addressing the root cause more difficult. And that's why benzodiazepines and some anxiety medications have really been less prescribed and are less recommended when one's considering using anxiety medication. So to address headaches, I'd really like to take a whole body approach and a whole body suggestion to this, and it would be to proactively manage your anxiety. This means taking actions, taking steps daily before the anxiety ever shows up. This is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Consider adopting a regular deep breathing practice, doing some in-depth research into potentially like cognitive models of anxiety, such as CBT, finding a therapist, or gradually approaching and addressing the things that you fear on a regular basis. One more suggestion would be to write down all of the things that you are anxious about and stressed about on a piece of paper. This can help to relieve your mind's need to remind you of the things that are going on and the dangers in your environment, because you will kind of have externalized that job onto a piece of paper. And when you need to, you can go back and read through and make sure that you don't forget to address some of those things that you're afraid of. Well, I hope you liked the video for today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, anything specific you'd like me to talk about or go into depth with research, I'd be happy to do it. And please see me in the next video.